Yo guys, it's your boy Magics here today, and today you might be wondering, Aaron, where are you heading off to today? So basically we are in Cardiff and we have collected one of Miller's walking floor trailers, which will be heading off down to, I believe, Portsmouth. Southampton, beg your pardon, I totally got that wrong. So we'll be heading down to Southampton to tip this, then we will be heading into one of the local garages to get the new plates put on the vehicle. Over the last couple of days I realised ARD wasn't for me. I contacted the boss and I was like, okay, are these still the trade plates that you guys put on? And I was like, yes. Right, what we need you to do is go to the repair centre in Cardiff, and in Southampton, and purchase the new number plates for the vehicle. And I asked, are these plates legal for me to drive? And he said, totally legal. Just when the police do pull you over, tell them that you are actually going through the process of getting the new ones, which will be delivered down to Southampton, and we'll get them installed the next morning. So I was like, okay, sweet. So I literally flew down to Cardiff. It took me about 2.5–3 hours. I was talking to a few of the other drivers while driving down here, and a few of them are over in Germany, a couple of them are in France. One of them's actually up in the Scandinavian area, which is quite cool, and I'm hoping to be heading over there soon. But with regards to this vehicle, I have spoken to the boss, and he has said this isn't going to be my dedicated vehicle. This is just something that I'm going to be driving around for the next maybe month or so, depending on how quick the delivery of the new truck that we will be going through purchasing and like progressively building how I want it to be. So I was like, okay, no problem, as long as I've got something to drive and it keeps me happy and content for a little while, I'm happy. And he was like, brilliant, what we're going to do is going to send you out on a few long hauls, and we'll get the truck ordered, get it back into the yard, and when you head back into Cardiff next, you should have the new truck. So I was like, awesome. So apart from that, we are literally driving into the sunrise, driving away from the sunrise. This is one of the best trips I've had heading down to Southampton. You've had such a beautiful view in the rear view mirrors, and you will see a beautiful photo that I take for when we do actually nearly arrive. Also, you probably might notice when we do take the photo that the truck is slammed to the floor. We didn't realise when I was at the yard, because I had my ignition on like you have two clicks. You have your lights, and then you have your actual ignition. And when I turned it to my lights, it didn't decompress all the air from the front axle. The previous driver had this dropped to a low deck, so as I turned it over and drove down the road slightly, I noticed the cab started tilting at a bit like a seesaw, I suppose. It started tilting from one end and lifted the other. So I called the boss and I said there might be an air leak, blah de blah, and he met me down one of the yards. We had a look, and as you see, it's very slammed. And he said no, the previous driver has put a cap on the air leaks and dropped it to the bare minimums. So I was like, okay, not a problem, I don't mind driving low decks, I've driven a few of them before. And he's like, awesome, we'll keep you in this for, as I say, for a little while. And he was like, sweet. So apart from that, it's been a pretty steady run down to Southampton. We had a few close calls with a few tankers and a European DAF, which I understand he's on the wrong side of the road, wrong side of the road technically, but he's on the different side of the cab like I am, so he didn't actually see me that clearly. But apart from that, we got down here in one piece, and I actually rather enjoyed it. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it off here, and we'll continue in the next one heading somewhere new. So thank you all for watching, I hope you enjoy, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace! Guys, just before we end the video, I want to say a massive thank you for non-copyright sounds for letting me use Let Me In as the background tunes.